hate dating in Houston. I hate dating in Houston.
Let me just tell y'all about dating in Houston. First of all, if you know what's good for you, don't do it.
When people start telling me, why am I single? I'm just going to be like, I live in Houston. I live in Houston. That's the answer, baby. It ain't no explaining from there. Homes of the players and the pimps. Okay.
Before we get into the video, man, she said home of the players and the pimps. I want to tell you something. Not all men are players and pimps. The thing is that, and this is going to be a reoccurring theme of what I say. When y'all all try to date the same dude, then this is what's going to happen. If the same dude's got a wide abundant selection of women, then what do you expect? Let's continue.
See, they ain't met Zach yet. Welcome and thank you for joining us for the second half hour of The Factor Uncensored. And apparently we're broadcasting live from one of the worst cities for dating in America. That's according to a new study. Houston holds a number 8 spot for one of the worst dating scenes. None of our neighbors here in the Lone Star State are on that top 10 list. Philadelphia's number 3, Los Angeles 2, and New York number 1. We found some folk who will talk about this problem or alleged problem here in the city of Houston. Joining us now, Sharice Shepard, Zach Estrada, Desmond Dangerfield, and Houston's Lala. Glad to have you all here on The Factor Uncensored. Desmond,
thank you.
You know, you said if you went back to Dallas, you have a baby on every corner, a woman on every corner.
I said 5. 5 babies.
Could you not get that here in Houston?
No, I feel like there's a sense of accomplishment down here that keeps me bound in the restraint that I need. Number one, I feel like the real reason for this is because people have a relationship with making stupid decisions. Number one, you knew he did not have a good hairline when you met him, and then you strung him along, and you took.
You see what he said? He said you strung them along. And that's what a lot of women do, man. A lot of women, they'll date a man that they know they're not interested in, string them along, and then when they find another dude, they leave him. So why string a man along? If you ain't serious about that man, don't even try to date him. Just leave him alone.
Took him with him on a date to the Warwick, and every time you got engaged with him, he pissed you off, and you licked your finger and rubbed off his hairline. You knew you did not like that hairline. So I feel like when we get to a place and position where we can really assess, do I really like this person, or do I just need attention? Then
that's a question.
Adjustment.
I mean, he made another great point. Do you really like the individual, or do you really want the attention? Because I'm gonna tell you something. You gotta look back and say to yourself, I may not like the person, but this person is giving me so much attention, so I'm going to give it a chance. But my thing is, everybody's doing stuff for social media. Everybody doing stuff for the gram. Everybody's so superficial. Nobody's looking for the intangibles in a person no more. Everybody's looking if that person look a certain way, or that person's a certain height, or that person got a certain job, or this person got this, or this person got that. And it ain't even about love anymore. This is why dating is so ridiculous, not only in Houston, but all over this country. All over the Western Hemisphere, dating is trash.
All right. Lala, let's hear from you. Are you wiping off hairlines?
Don't do that.
It's funny because I met a guy that was not doing enough, and his hairline, we're not going to do all that. But yeah, that's funny he said that. But I think there's just so many options these days, and people want their cake and eat it too, and that's all it really is about. And I feel like relationships should be easy. Either you want to be all in or you don't. It's one or the other, but people play games, and I feel like it really is a lot of that.
Have you had a bad experience here in Houston, or some bad experiences?
I've had several, but luckily I know the playbook. So, you know, they give it all. That's the problem with guys these days. They're giving away the playbook. So I already know what it is up front.
All right.
Yes.
And you gave some tips like early this week.
Yes, I've been posting about
these games in dating.
Exactly.
All right, Zach, let's hear.
Yeah, she said they play games, but I'll agree. You got some dudes out there that will play games, but you got women who will play games too. My thing is, if you 30 years old, you 40 years old, even people in their 50s, why are you still playing games? You know what I'm saying? People always say, man, I can't find nobody. There are a bunch of people out there that you could date, But at the end of the day, because that person doesn't meet your qualifications, you don't want to date them. And then you say the dating scene is trash. You say the dating scene is trash because you're looking for that needle in the haystack. And when you find that needle in the haystack, it's some garbage. And then and what a lot of women do is they go ahead and they equate how one man treat them and think all men treat them that way. And you got dudes who will do the same thing. I'm not going to excuse dudes too. You got dudes out there who be butthurt because a chick probably did them wrong, and then they take that out on everybody else. You can't do that. This is why the dating scene is trash, because it's men against women, not men forming relationships with women and vice versa. Everybody's against each other. Let's continue.
From you.
I just feel like sex is happening too soon. I feel like people aren't taking the time to get to know each other. I feel like there's too many social media apps.
Yeah.
Some people can't handle them.
So y'all don't want the sex too soon?
Yes, we
Nah,
do.
we do not want
Okay.
sex.
See,
Recovering
honesty.
bad boy.
Exactly.
We talked about that on the last part, but there's just too many social media apps. There's too many dating apps. I feel like everybody's you're just one click away from messaging somebody, vice versa, men and
But
women.
Zach, those dating apps are in every city in America.
Facts. Houston's a bigger city. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's a huge
More
problem.
efficient.
Yeah, I mean, he's making a good point about Houston, because Houston's the fourth biggest city in the country. The fourth biggest city in the country means you got a lot more choices in that city. But let's get back to the point he said about dating apps. Dating apps, social media. Everybody's trying to look good for the gram. Everybody trying to look good for TikTok. Everybody trying to look good for Facebook dating. All these different apps you got. So the selections are out there. And also what he said is that women think men want sex quick. Men like myself, I'm not tripping on sex on the first date. I want to get to know you first, because I know in the back of my mind, and I'm talking for myself, I ain't talking about everybody, I'm talking about back of my head. Yo, there's a chance that if I have sex with you on the first date, I get you pregnant, I'm stuck with you for the rest of my life. I'm trying to get to know you first, but hey, that's just me.
All right, Sharice, let's hear from you. Your thoughts about it.
I think it's three things. The situationships. I think people are more comfortable being in situationships. Not a lot of people are searching for relationships. Then, not to blame social media or Instagram, but it does play a part, because that's like you say, like a Christian mingle. It's like a dating app. Most people are meeting people on Instagram. And so when you do that, it starts off with a like, then the hearts, then the DM, and then you meet them and they're not who they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? They dirty. They don't have nothing going for themselves.
Physically, literally dirty.
I mean, they dirty. They don't have a window, pot. They don't have nothing going for themselves. So it just and window throwing out. It's just a waste of time. And then you have people who are in a relationship, and there's a lot of cheating going on. Back in the day, it used to be like, you give your number, you tell them you in a relationship, and they'd be like, okay, well, lucky man or something like that. Now it's like, well, I can be your friend, or call me when he gets you, upset or whatever, when y'all get into it or whatever. So I think all of those play a part.
See, she's talking about just men, but I mean, you got women who do the same thing. You got women who will literally date a married man, knowing that man married, but they rather be the side piece. And she made a great point about situationships. I don't think a lot of people want relationships these days. I think they just want that little cuddle buddy that they can go and call when they need some. That's what women ain't looking for. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these women, they ain't looking for no relationships. They looking for that one dude that can cut them up a few times. You know what I'm saying? When I don't want to be with you, I don't want to be with you. But when I need you to cut me up, you gonna cut me up. Now, she talking about men that ain't got shit or pot to piss in. A lot of these women are attracted to these Pookies and Ray Rays. You see them pop the balloon and find love. A lot of these dudes come on those type of shows. They be professional guys. They be dressed to the nine, all this stuff. But then they be wanting the Pookies and the Ray Rays, or the dudes who got the dreads, or the dudes who got that freaking ghetto look. And then the clean cut dude, they be thinking either he gay or he got something wrong with him. But then y'all get mad because the Pookies and the Ray Rays ain't treating you right.
All right, Desmond, you think there's some legitimacy to what Sharice is saying?
Absolutely, but at the end of the day, you get a chance to pick your poison. All right. In my mind, look, there are a couple of tips here in Houston. All right. When you meet a guy, FaceTime him, make sure he has all his teeth. Okay. If he doesn't take care of his teeth, what will he take care of you? Will he take care of you? Now, at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I approach somebody that I actually like. A lot of people go out and just blamelessly date people for attention. So at the end of the day, you know what you want.
Attention,
and if you align
clout.
to yourself, you'll further lie to them. So at the end of the day, I'm only here to fulfill a need that you already want inside of you. So I'm just saying.
My thing is be honest, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can see what he's saying. Like a lot of these people, they date for attention. They date because, oh, I could post my social status. I found me a boo. I got somebody. It ain't even about the other person. You worry more about you. You put more stock in how you feel and don't even give a damn about the other person. It's like you dating for the moment. You not dating for the long term. You dating for the now. You ain't dating for tomorrow or for years past. And that's the problem.
Like if you just want to hook up, just say that. If you want to grow into something, then do that.
Absolutely, but lying is beneficial to a lot of people.
Exactly.
Let's be
Liars.
I've been a former liar. I was a Southwest regional chair of the Big Back community, also the dating community. But I used to lie a lot. But at the end of the day, I get what I want because I tell the truth. And if that's the case, her name is Jasper. She stays in Pearland back by the Buc-ee's. Okay, she's coming over tomorrow. She knows what it is and she knows what it ain't. At the end of the day, want what you want, do what you have to do, but also tell the truth so you can get access to what you actually want. But here in Houston, people love making dumb decisions. It feels so good.
Lying front.
Yeah, a lot of lying.
Jack, would you agree? They like dumb decisions?
Yes, we ignore the red flags.
I love them.
Yeah. I do too. But yeah, we ignoring the red flags, men and women. So we can't blame nothing but sometimes ourselves.
Well, we'll talk about this in just a moment.
The thing is, he said the thing that a lot of people will say they do, but they really don't think about it. You ignore the red flags because let's say you going out with somebody. Let's say you doing something with somebody. And you know that person, you can see the signs. The tall tale signs are there. But because the person looks a certain way or person got some bread or that person got a swag or something, you ignore the red flags. And that's the problem with modern dating. Modern dating is everybody just trying to find their own way. And the sad thing is, this is just, you know what I'm saying, that video was just a microcosm of what's going on all around the country. Houston is just one of the biggest cities in the country. So I think the main problem in Houston just is an abundance of people. But even in small places like DC, you know what I'm saying? You got places like Atlanta, you got places like Miami. The same problem is in the same places. And I've always said, man, social media, I remember, man, and I'm going to get off them about to end this video in a second, but I want to tell a little story. Before social media, you didn't have to really worry about it. You walk up to a woman, you approach a woman at a bar, you approach a woman at a club, you approach a woman on the street, you ask her name, you know what I'm saying? Ask she got a man. If she got a man, you move on, step off. If she ain't got a man, she's single, she interested in you, she give you the number, you call her, you go on from there. Social media is like, okay, you go from going to a restaurant with like 5 things on the menu to going to a full-fledged buffet. That's what social media is. Social media is a buffet for goddamn dating. And people are just they want that, they want this, they want that, they want that. But I don't think a lot of people, they not really looking at the whole relationship thing. They looking at situationships. And the sad part is, as you get older, you realize you don't want that stuff no more. You want somebody that's gonna be fully committed to you. And the reason why I say the dating game is dead is because a lot of people either they checked out or they like, man, yo, what is it? It ain't nothing for me. So I'm gonna check out or I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna be in the field, play the game as long as I can, which is a sad thing. But hey, it's your boy Jay here with another video. If you like the content, hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button. On my road to 10,000 subscribers. Let's get the conversation started. You know me. Got a video on the side for your viewing pleasure. Until next time, folks, I'm out.